Okay. Okay, are we properly back in business? Seem to be having technical issue here. Let me double check real quick something. Hopefully our trade doesn't move too much off the profit line. There we go. Not sure what that was all about, but as I was saying on mute the entire time, we have this setup that we're looking to take advantage of. Where is... Fuck, I deleted it. We'll wait for that to open back up. Okay, there we go, and we should be good to go. Sorry about that little technical issue, but as I was saying, so this is a trade we took on GU, and they're in the corner. Yeah, they're in the corner. We have the profit that we're up. We took this trade last night. I just woke up and I'm beginning my day. This is what the setup is looking like. You've seen me just set that in with the coordinates from the Discord. These trades were all sent over, well, this trade in particular was sent over to the Discord for the alerts, and also for those in the auto trader, they should receive this trade update as well. This trade has not been brought to break even or anything like that yet. It is still open. Yeah, it is ultimately still an open stop loss trade, not risk free or anything like that yet. So this just happened as I restarted this. Show you that it's fully connected. But yeah, that is our setup. You can see our reasoning for taking it. We have this candle that is ultimately, it's like a morning star. So we have bull, bear, bull. And then that bearish candle is highly doji. And a lot of the momentum's already pushing upwards. So I don't really like what's happening here on this structure, given that this is pretty much holding. I would like to see this area be broken above. Let me change these lines to black. Something just like this. And yeah, we're still just looking to carry this up. I will go ahead and move my stop loss to a very considerable area. I may move it to somewhere here or below. This is about 40 pips from where we currently are. And what would this secure? About 1.5 R, 2 R, not bad. That would secure 2 R on the position. But still, we're looking to hold this up until we get out of this trade. Let's see, I said 46. So this trade is being taken on this, and the stop loss and take profit are already set. This did go over to another account that I have where it is not set, so I'm gonna go and set that in just to have the target in place. But at least for now, this is the range that we're working with, and so we're looking to see how price reacts in this area. Obviously, we would like to see price just continue straight above this resistance. So far, this is the third candle, 5 minutes left in this candle. It will be the third candle of some indecision at this level. I would also mark off the mid-range. We can do that with this. Just put it at more of an average. Let's make this line red. That was not red, was it? Red. And we just have a few more pips to go. We have about 30 pips to cover on this position before the take profit gets hit. 4 hour, you can see what I was showing from the daily and stuff like that. So we basically had price at a previous resistance, come down, peak back up very slightly, came back down, pulled these lows a little bit lower than this, and interacted with this area, formed some doji candles, sign of reversal, before the bulls started coming back in. And it was till I seen the second setup of this that was occurring over here at the start of the new day, because this would be yesterday 5 p.m. right there on that candle. So we are looking to have this carry up just a few more pips so we can say that this move is done and completed. But obviously we need to be aware of how the candlesticks are forming in this area. 3 minutes left on this one. Hopefully it's not a bearish, a highly bearish doji like this. And even though it's green, I would call this a highly bearish doji just because there has been so much bullish pressure, and nonetheless by the end of it, it has closed back down not only within and below the resistance, but it's a very small green candle aside from all the bears that were there in the trade as well. Let me see if I can get this. I'll edit this as well so it's not as badly built. But yes, this is the trade that we're in, and we're looking to carry it up. We have a very small position in on this. I've been taking trading pretty light this week. Hasn't been filled with opportunities. Gold there has been, but not this. Not the forex pairs in my case. But yeah, we only plan to be on stream. Maybe we'll do about 30 more minutes, and then we'll let the trade run. I'm still gonna bring this over into break even. That way the trade can progress a little better, maybe. It wouldn't progress a little better, but we're reducing our risk. I'll be interested in setting an alert. This is the end of the 30-minute candle. 40 seconds. We have two dojis. I would call these doji candles. We have one here and one there. But I recently went to the casino. I was playing blackjack, and it reminded me so much of how, sorry, not blackjack, I was playing roulette, and I was playing blackjack too, but this case in particular was for roulette. And I noticed how similar it could be to trading, given that in some regards, not to say in trading you're predicting what the next candle color would be, but to some degree, to some extent of time, you're predicting what color the next candle would be. In some extent of time, whether you're trading the 4 hour and then you're buying because you have this probability set up that within the next 4 days or 3 days we should be at a higher price, meaning that you want in value, right? So in some ways it's kind of like blackjack. And one thing that the market has ever taught me is that it's the best manipulator out, and that it's going to set up these tricky looking situations. It's going to set itself up in a way where a majority of the people think that this is likely to be the next, in which they are wrong. Yeah. If a person widens their scope on the time frame it will take to get to that certain time, to get to that certain price or area, then they're more likely to be successful. But the common man generally risks too much in too short of a period of time, to the case in which he's proven wrong in the short term, right in the long term, now with no money. But yeah, we just need to ride this trade back up and see if we can hit off those areas. I have some things that I'm going to try to get done. For today, so I'm not going to be on stream all day, but we'll see how this wants to play out over the next few minutes. So the bulls are slowly trying to increment in this price and keep it going, but we have to keep in mind of this as well. We have these previous resistances. These two areas, this and this. I'll make this red. That we should move the stop loss to this area. RSI is overbought or oversold, whatever. Or RSI is too high up at this extent where it is basically signaling that it's likely to go down. But this is, I don't look at this for whether price should go up or down. I look into it to find mismatches, basically to find divergences when the price structure does not correlate with RSI. That is a key that something is up. and that you could probably take an opportunity. But yes, once this hits its target, we'll see the update in the thing. I'm going to go ahead and update the stop loss right now just so we can see it in some action. Let me zoom in so we can get a bit of a clearer pic here. I need to figure out how to get free range motion on the MT5. Like, they have it for vertical, but not for... What should we do, 1 hour? Or 4 hour? We'll just do the 4. Looks pretty beautiful. So we said we're gonna move it to 46. I think I did 45. This thing should tell me the exact amount of pips that it was moved. But let's check it out. So this was just sent 10:34 a.m. GJ long pound 10 206.06 is the entry. Stop loss is now 39 pips into profit. It's interesting. Is my math wrong? No, 39. I guess the mouse didn't drop it properly. Like, it was at 45, but I guess because the 4-hour time frame, the mouse is so subtle, I dropped it, and then it dropped it in at 39. So the target is still 108 pips. We went from risk 1 at 2 a.m. We went from risk 1 for 5.5, 5.67, 6.7. These kids. But yeah, risk 1 for 5. Those should be the better targets that we try to aim for. And so you can see we've been in this trade for about 8 hours now. And we have, maybe it's about 4% covered on the position. And stop loss now in profit. Let's just move this to 39. Let me see a comparison of what I did actually. 39 is right here. Not too bad. Give it a little spread, a little extreme of a difference. So at least 46 is the area of the exact low. So if price is to come back towards that area, it is a potential area of support where price can be supported, obviously, hence the word. But the level a little bit lower is some cushion room, some room for liquidity to potentially, hopefully not dip as deep as the second red line at 39, but to safely encounter 46, which is a support, go a tiny bit lower and liquefy those positions, but not enough to liquefy ours. But regardless, we close this trade in profit. We close this trade in profit, and what needs to be set now is for the other accounts, which I'm gonna just get this done because we're going for 207.14. What was it? 207.14.8. So we got 15 pips from where we are currently. Let me just set these shit in. Will we even make it or won't we make it? So yeah, I have all of our targets set into the zones that they need to be set. One thing, this is the way I would use the RSI. The only thing that's the issue with this is the fact that this is a 5-minute time frame, so the opportunities are just not as reliable. But here is a divergence, so swing, this would go down and this would go up, right? So this tells me there's something going on that does not add up across both of these indicators. Ultimately, price, the candlestick being an indicator in itself, the fact that up is up and down is down. But so yeah, this doesn't add up, and then the fact that we're at this area of support and the fib can probably be fit in here from swing high to swing low. These are the areas we should be looking to exit. We do have this area as well up here, so price can definitely, like I said, there's a lot of rocky moments in the market, so we could come up to this area and come up a little higher just to liquefy positions. The same thing is starting to set itself up for this, especially with this high liquidity, this high movement candle. Those type of things just show that price is signaling to reverse. Same thing with this huge push down. Sure, overall it moves towards the upside, but we must take a look at the bigger picture. We're approaching that area of resistance, and so if we were to trade this setup, we would have come down to our key areas of entry, and these are the areas we're looking to drop our load. But we can still carry this up. We have about 2 are covered. We'll see if we can make it towards our target within the next 12 minutes. Do this within the next 12 minutes and we'll see just how the trade performs. The only thing is that this just takes a while. It's a waiting game. It's something that if you're not down there on those lower time frames, like trading this, just trying to take this opportunity or just smaller moves, it's going to end up being a waiting game. Well, you just have to wait, see if it will return you any money or not. within your restrictive time frame, because you don't want to be in a position that you get into thinking you're going to be in it for minutes and then you stay in it for days or for weeks because you're scared. Like, that is damaging. Like, that's not going to help. But we don't have too many more pips to go. We don't have too many more pips to go at all. Just about 25. Look at this. This one candle, 29 pips. All we need is the same thing once more. Trade cleared. We were so close to the target as it was. About 4 pips off. And then we just need to account for spread a little. But this trade is going to come in for the dub regardless. We're already risk-free on this. So this works out. This works out, and RSI is doing its thing. Yeah, we're under 25 pips from our target. We'll see if we can hit it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Price is still moving up. But like I said, there are those smaller signs which you have to be aware of. Resistance that we're coming up into. Candle strength, so strong, little decreasing. It's picking back up momentum. This one has a lot of volatility as it goes quite low, also quite high. Still overall small bullish candle, and so we can see that the momentum is just not full and strong. If it was full and strong, then we would come back to this level rather quickly and keep breaking farther above, which we just haven't done as of yet. So I'm looking to get out around this area. If we start to get terrible structure, I will just exit as well. There's no point in me just waiting until the stop loss gets hit and cover for those 39 pips. But I'm interested to see how we deal with this area here. I would not really want price to go any lower than this. I have a lot of different levels here. I can put these in maybe. Put mid zone. Would do plus 39 on the stop. Oh, is that how I did that? I made it bold. Target is gonna go here. And yeah, we took the trade at 2:04. Let me just make sure the current time is right. Yep. And we took this at 2:04. So we experienced a little bit of drawdown, and prices been on the move up. It's rather clean though. Too bad we can't go back and forth. $206.04, $206.87, so we're up about 80 something pips. 80 something pips. Overall, it's just a waiting game. You wait, and they either load your account up or they take the money away. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're just gonna let this run for a bit, and I'm going to do some other things. Probably just prep for my next task, but I'm going to I'm building some things, which you'll see eventually. Where are we? Let's look at this. So if we go here, this is ultimately the trades that are being copied. So this trade that I'm in now, copied over here, fully automated trading execution following TPA rules and risk management. And then you have the TPA alerts. That is access to the Discord where I'm sending these, updating, and everything in regards to trade. This is going to go up and hit our target. And we're just going to get a small win. Maybe like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. If we covered half, right? And we're up 4. Maybe I might make like 9%, 10%, 11. I'd say between 8 and 12. My brain's leaning more towards 11, 12. But we'll see what the Discord comes back with as for what says, because the code ultimately says how many pips. Like, I think there was a trade we lost this here. So stop loss hit. Trade comment showed me what the stop loss was. I was in this for 26 minutes. Pair trade closed, and this was a few minutes before. Something like this was the setup. So yeah, and it gives me the P&L. The P&L of my account. And yeah, it gives me the entry and the exit. Shows that we lost about 6 pips, something like that. Yeah, it looks like this doesn't actually say, but it shows that it's about a 6 pip difference. So we are climbing back up. We have maybe halfway to go, somewhere near halfway to go for this trade before it completes. This is up, what, 101? That's fine. This is just this account, and some of these trades, because it takes different trades, but are sent over to different accounts. And then I have my manual one that is over on the other devices. But we just need to go off on this trade. We're almost there. I would like to just get this for the stream. That way, it's in the books. Trade completed. But I have some other things to prep. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh. Ooh la la. Shit louder than my dentist. But yeah, it's just a waiting game. Not sure if we'll end up making it through. 5 minutes. We have what? 5 minutes left of this candle, of this hour. Looks like we could make it up. All of this verification, essentially testing of the resistance area, shows me that, tells me at least that it's likely to not hold, not in the short term, that this is just a false sign that price would go down and that price is actually going to clear this area. Whether it just taps it lightly or extends a little bit above, not sure the exact moment. The momentum will be more telling of that, but we already see the signs. Here we can see, if we measure this push to the downside in the uptrend, we can ultimately see that the move of the bears is increasing, and so ultimately the bears are trying to take control, as they're always fighting. So I'm gonna try to take control at some point. I need to work out a little. Got a few minutes left on this. We have 4 minutes left. Oops. Let's see what price wants to do. We should have played a game of chess. Should have got that on. Probably can still do it right now. I can do both of these, roll this and play chess at the same time.
Conservatism must have necessitated.
Books. Listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are fucking great. Doo-doo. Queen's pawn opening. Queen's pawn opening. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to develop the center. Should have started this out with a method, but this guy has 2 less than me. He's French. I like this. I want to move this here. Right, that way I can get this and put his king in check. Coming back a little. Great. I wanted to do, I'll do this first. I'll do that first. He moved that there, great. He took my piece. That is great. He's gonna threaten to take this. Sure. And I'm safe. Check. Check. That's great. Now let me he's threatening to take that. I can take that. Easy. He better not try to move this, because I'm going to take his queen. Did I just make the obvious move, I guess? I can move this out of the vicinity. He's gonna take that. I could take this. What is this thing doing? Who's gonna win? What piece did he just take? My knight? He's threatening this. I should have just used that, because at least I could take out his thing there. Move his queen out the way. It's great, bud. Can't put his king in checking. I have to retreat this. Center position is somewhere near best. Looks like this thing don't want to cooperate. We're 3 minutes into the new hour. Finally move this queen. Let's move that there. It's fine. What is he gonna take this? Sure. Put that in check, sure. He's not going to be able to move any of those other pieces. Put my king in check. Probably just take the pawn. And no, he's not going to take that. What's the method here? What's the method here? We have 20 pips to go. Am I toast? Can't do that right now. Came back for my queen. Pussy. Pussy.
You did a good job building an advantage before allowing a mating attack. Let's work on how to keep up the pressure.
I did 5 mistakes. 2 2 misses.
Playing d4 means you have at least one thing in common with former Rapid and Blitz World Champion Levon Aronian.
Okay.
Responding with their own pawn and creating a balanced position. This move loses a queen. They missed a chance to tactically win a queen.
Yeah. But I mean, I would have switched it up.
Ouch, you left your pawn hanging. They took your pawn. This move loses and they missed a chance to tactically win a knight. That move leaves your knight free to capture. Taking your vulnerable knight. They are right on target. Capturing your hanging rook. Precise move from your opponent. You missed an opportunity to tactically win a knight.
I guess, yeah, this is a safe zone. Close.
They found a way to win material.
To him, but
they are threatening to force eventual checkmate. You permitted the opponent to force eventual checkmate.
I should have just taken this. There's this piece, and this piece. I don't know the value of all these, and I probably should. Because I know you can obviously risk lower pieces to take out bigger pieces. That makes sense. But these 3 positions, I don't necessarily know the value difference between them. So I just didn't want to lose this position. That's why I never took this. But then again, even if I did take this and he start moving this shit, with the queen there, I could close it.
You get a chance to checkmate the king. They missed a chance to force eventual checkmate.
That would have been cold.
You permitted the opponent to checkmate the king. You missed an opportunity to checkmate the king.
Ah, I didn't even see that bitch was there. Fuck. Yeah, because if I move this here, the reason why I guess I just try to checkmate the king from a little bit of a distance, and I never do it really up close. Because the reason why I didn't move the queen right in front, because I'm thinking, bro, the king is just going to take the queen. Me not realizing I have this here as safety.
Sorry that one didn't go your way, but it happens to all of us.
Literally one move. That mistake was a detrimental one. Oh well. It'd be like that sometimes. This trade has 14, 15, 16 more pips to go. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way up to our target efficiently or within the next few minutes. But hopefully we do. I'd like to get out of this trade. Could even get out of this trade early, which is not too bad. We're already up a considerable amount. Let me just drop my expert advisor on here. Sorry, my trading indicator. So now I can see that I'm up 11%, 11.7%. And there's 107 minutes left in the 4-hour candle. We're going up. If I count these pips, we're up about 12 pips from when we started this little push up. And so we got a little bit more to go. Try what? But yeah, we have 14, 13 pips to go. Something like that. We could just end this trade early. We're about 12 pips off the target. I want to end this on stream, but we're going to have to force it by the time this reaches 1:30, which is in 19 minutes. If we don't hit our target by then, this is just going to be closed where it's at. Take these profits for today, and we'll come back later tonight and we'll see what the market's saying. Because I'm not trying to go through this consolidation. Let's see what gold is saying. Gold is back. Made a little bit new highs. Not bad. Structure. What's Bitcoin saying? Bitcoin looks like we can get some bullish moves on this. I seen that the Bitcoin Twitter account posted a tweet and then deleted it. They posted some shit that said 46,000, something like that. They just posted a random price. And so everybody was wondering what Bitcoin would drop to that price. You know what music I can play? 1 second. Alexa, connect to Bluetooth. What happened? I have a bunch of songs that I know can get through. Should be able to get through. Alexa, turn the volume to 2.
Hey nigga, I wanna know if you ready to do this shit. You ready to do this shit?
Alexa, connect to Bluetooth.
Searching. You're already connected to 247's Mac Mini. To connect a different device, go to the Alexa app.
If you gotta listen to it in the background.
I don't know that.
Alexa, never mind.
310. I was waiting on you. I know you was trying to apprehend. You my dog, not my pet. Still will see you up top with the best. 10 toes, no souls when I step. The gold, the gold, the bros, the gold. I turn messages into lessons, money into blessings, bosses into messages. Oh.
This is music I can play without worrying about the copyright thing. I'm pretty sure. So we'll run this. It's like price does not want to go up. Why so much indecision? Why so much
No safety here. I still want my quarterback. I love it, but he not
drawback? 15-minute time frame. We're 4 minutes in. Can you match that? We got 14 minutes before we just close the trade. So this shit better just go to our target. I don't like all the battling we're doing with this resistance area. The main resistance area that we were dealing with before that way was this area. So you have a lot of people already getting out of their positions because we're nearing this area. We're looking to get out too, and all that type of stuff. Let me see if I can put these songs that I have on like shuffle. Yeah, got the bangers on deck. I put that shit away. Gopher. Price looks like it wants to take forever. Water. Oh wait, you can't even see it. This is where we are with the profit. Do I want to do this one again? No. I'm almost out of the first jar of gray matter. I'm almost completely out. I finished one jar of the dust plant. So shit's being used up. I got like 3 pre-rolls. Peter back up by bush but to Tim. Dun, 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 dun. Price is disobedient. Was a nurse. Dun, 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 dun. Come first with the lurk. Pressure. What is Price waiting for? Waiting for a few more sellers to enter the market before it goes up, tricks everyone. It's setting up for the greatest trick in the world right now. Setting up for a trick. Seeing who's going to take the bait. Who's going to jump in and try to make some bearish money here. Not to say that they might be wrong, but what step comes before which? Is this the one I just played? Yeah. This one's a good one too. No, pre-10. She said I was missing one. I'm good. I don't pre-10. Do you get the bar? Do you get the bar? I do not need to pre-10. Go, go.
No safety here, I still want my quarterback. I love it, but he's not like me. He ain't coming back. 24/7, I'll stand on that. He's made my kids, giving him life. I should have made a cake today. Can you match that? Bring smoke some cake today. I know you're down bad.
I think we just listened to this song a while ago. Dun, 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 dun. Price is showing no respect, eh? No respect. Absolutely. Oops. This one has a good opening sample. Oops. Listen, listen, listen. Like in fast food. I tie my shoes. We have 4 minutes before we just close this trade. Four minutes before we give up on this one. Say it is what it is.
She couldn't believe it. Net 250K one season. Balenciaga model.
She believe it.
I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, riding in the demon. Just ran another lap, you and last, you can never.
How far are we from the target?
In the past, I was mad, I got cash.
31. We were 4 pips from the target? 4 pips? What song did we just listen to? Malacosis. I have some which are good, some which are not as good. But I have some. So, ooh. Looks like we're going to close. Liquefying. The market is just trying to liquefy as many people as it can, especially as we come into this area. So we can stay. We still haven't come below this area. This is our mid-range. Right now we're forming the 127 or 161 level of this. I can just tell. Swing high to swing low. 127. This one we recorded that one time. Driving in the cold, I put on ice.
She say 24/7, you not nice, line talk twice. I don't hesitate. I get in checks, I never wait. Back in the day, I move in pieces, so you can't equate.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with this. We're supposed to end this right now. We're at the 11:30 candle. Do a little move, put a spin on it. We have 30 fucking pips to cover. Smoking this motherfucking loud. Shit got silent. The reversal. Can we hit the fucking target?
Pussy niggas saving hoes, put a kid. Walking Cavalli, you know what I'm drinking. Law of attraction, I'm never gonna change. 24/7 smoking in the space. Couple choppers, slime out the wind. Could wipe out the judge, missing like the case.
Man said. Judge missing, just like the case. That is 5-minute candle. First 5 minutes of that. Are we gonna keep pushing? If this was enough liquidity for the market to grab at that 127 level, which is our key, one of our key entry areas, we could try to go back up to the negative 0.27% or to actually where we need to go, just above the 161. I don't remember how the song goes. Dun 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 dun, lockdown. Something. Brian.
Heard there's a lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
No excuses, I just came around. Shorty popped out. They say, nigga, I don't wait, understand. I'm on my
Yeah, so
I'm at the center of the cyclone come. I'm not with it though, I'm the essence, I don't twist it.
let's see if we can move past these sections.
I made it through the sticky situations. Some people jumped out, look how it turned out. On the floor,
So this is just battling. $127. Bro, that whole bar, tell me that shit's not nice. Listen to this. Alexa, turn the volume up by 2. Tell me that shit's not hard.
Baby, I'm sick, not ill. Nobody vitamins, not popping no pills. I'm keeping the shit, I'm keeping the steal. This is legit, I'm keeping it real. Creeping the whip, I bring back a meal. XYZ, yeah, I made some deals. Connecting the dots, I'm sticking the plots. Drip, 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 I'm soaking a lot. I'm being myself, shit, I'm doing a lot. I'm working it out, and I do not stop. She won't be my BM, I'm not in her mouth. I'm in for a little, come out with a lot. She all in the feelings, I give her a riddle and bounce.
Swollen the motherfucking gas for the house.
She all in the feelings, I give her a riddle and bounce.
I'm in for a little, I come out with a lot. The market looks like it's definitely not going to cooperate. We have one less line of defense. We're down to 8%. We're down to 8%. So let's see what the market does. We need 25, 35 pips from where we are.
Real niggas show love, make a decision, be creative, all the victims had incision. With this precision, you know I keep the vision. Stay on the mission, you hear, watching television. Divide and conquer.
How did we get to this damn position?
I pulled up on the scene, nothing but damn
Demolition.
I spoke once, it's like nobody wanna listen. It's all facts and now.
Yeah.
All my children, street people love, they label super villain.
Married to the bench, she a shag, give me sloppy in the bed, get the 5%, with no tennis, shot shooter, fully loaded, whole squad, put up shots like a clan, gotta choose it, tryna win the end, they know it's how I move, fire to the train, fucking over, make a trip quick, straight to the fucking end, yeah, Shady stepping into the room with nothing but some hair.
24/7 and all 7 feels this forever, this for real, baby girl. Tell me how you feel. Don't tell me what you can. Tell me what you will. These red bottoms are full blood spills. I ain't eat, yeah, I'm focused on the meal.
This is at 76. Let's change this color. Might have to close this trade. Let's see. I have so many lines on here. Am I gonna take the risk? Probably. I don't care if you lie to me. I have another minor entry at this blue line. So we should have enough liquidity now on these minor levels at least to push up. And then you could see how confusing the market is. And this goes back to the prior streams and all the prior content that I would explain, where we go through push, consolidate, and then the extreme, push, consolidate, then we should have some extreme, and we're looking for that push now for the market to go up. But by all means, if we don't get that, then we don't get that, and we adjust. We're just gonna give it a few more minutes until 12 o'clock when lunchtime comes, and if no progress then or no respect to this level. Too bad YouTube needs a music player. Do they not have one? Can we move? GJ, definitely not as cooperative. Now that we're at the 161, this would be a key time for us to show that we have the volatility and the liquidity to now rise back to these previous highs, but not only that, to exceed them. Because one thing about trends always need to surpass the previous move for it to actually be trending, for it to actually be continuing. If no new things are accomplished, if the high does not move to a new high or the low does not move to a new low, it is not trending. It could be ranging. Five-minute closed bullish. I don't want to wait and hold this until the end of the day. That'd be a little more tedious. Let me see my target again. Could have probably chose a little bit of a better target. A little bit lower. Right, because I put it right on the top there. We could have put a target for this area as well. Let's make that a thicker red. That could have been a target area as well. So yeah, we can see why we're getting a lot of resistance up in this area, but we need to be just mindful of the structure. This is my last potential here with this 161 level and the fact that we have the mid zone just below. Nico. It's taking forever. It's taking forever, but it's worth the wait. It's worth waiting. If you don't wait, things ultimately would end up less in your favor. Now I know that may vary, but if you always go in towards the long term, you'll be generally more successful. Like waiting becomes your friend. The more time things go into your favor rather than the more time things go out of your favor. Phone. Homies, you phony baloney. But yeah, it looks like we did pick up some liquidity at both these levels. I would like to see push to the upside bigger than this. If we can go bigger than this, then I can see that the bulls are actually trying really hard, at least, to come back above Venus. Venus. This is a very old song. If you end up just hearing this, it's very old. This is maybe like 2000 and I don't remember. I want to say maybe 2018. Probably have some from 2000 and I don't know, 2019. Like I don't know. I don't remember when I started this. I remember the first day, but I don't friggin' remember what that was called or when. Can the Bulls come in and take over? Let's go. If we can go past this marker right here, then I can say that it looks like the Bulls are actually trying to take back over. I would like to see a break of this high as well. Break of this high as well. So these are my two areas that I'm looking for. that I would like to see price go above, and price can go above these, and I can say the bulls are likely back in control, and we can actually see these areas get targeted. This area and this area. But we got to work our way through and up over the time. And I do plan to just end the stream, and then we'll ultimately just have to see how it updates on the next stream. We're almost at the end of this hour as well. We're almost at the end of the hour. That 161 level really played its role here. And so this gives the good example, as I said just previously. Push, directional push, the male, I'll go into this on another stream, but this is ultimately the male representation of the market. The fact that there's a directing force just goes up, and then it goes through this creation phase. This is the phase in which can set up the next push, or whether it's a push up or a push down. It is this confusing state, the state of consolidation, and then the pullback, the whole trickery that the market might fall. All of this would be represented by the feminine principle, but it's just to understand that this is how the market ends up creating and collecting enough orders, like when I said it would come down to these levels here. So obviously the 127 level is in line with all of these as well, so it's not as key as the area, but the 161 is a little better given the fact that it's below this, and so it would swipe out all of the orders in this area, anybody who might be long for there, and then also triggering the sell orders down here for people who are trying to buy this because they think it's going down. But yeah, we keep the larger trend in mind, and then keeping in mind that these confusing states and times happen, and that we have to know that, like John D. Rockefeller said, buy when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own. That being said, when the market is down like this, or down from its high, or very state like this, it went into a state of confusion. Now the market's at lows, and so you try to accumulate a position. But we must see if it's going to continue or not. I think we're at 15.2. Want to see this area broken? That'll be +1. This level broken with a candle close above, that'll be +2. We can do the same thing for this area as well. You know, break through this resistance, hopefully effortlessly, with just one bullish candle, as we would always all like. But how often does that ever happen? Let's go to the next. We'll figure out how to put these on autoplay. I'm going to add these to the website. So the website's going to get a tiny little update today, and make sure you join so you can be a part of it. But these trades are going to be sent there. So if you're not on the website, if you don't have the membership, try getting it. That way we can be a part of this winning trade. Okay, we're at 12 now. We're at 12. We had a bearish candle. We're gonna exit this. I'm not holding this. The bearish candle was good enough. 15-minute had a bullish candle halfway. Are we gonna penetrate back into this area? I think this is what? This is the halfway mark. Just trying to put that back at 0.2. It was like this is the halfway mark. So 5 minutes, we have a slight bearish candle as of now, but we're only a minute and 20 seconds in. So let's see still how this area gets dealt with. Maybe finally, now that it's lunchtime, there can be a little stress off the markets and we can just push back to our target resistance area. These are the key areas that we're looking to deal with. Like 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minute closure above this level would be nice. So we're seeing this 120, this 161 level worked out pretty nice. Worked out pretty nice. Wait, how is he on this song? I never knew he was on this song. This song's in the wrong folder. But yeah, not a full close above. We just spiked up there. That's a good sign. I want to see a close though. We have what, 2 minutes left, a minute and a half. It's good that we came back down with this current candle to hit into this level. That way price is having permission to go up. I don't work a 9 to 5, I just get straight to it. Price is not having an easy time. Price is struggling. Looks like price could even still come back down to this level or this. So key areas, this that we interacted with, and then this back down here. What I see potentially happening, which I don't really want to be around for, is this going like this. Where we have the 5-minute candle close. Only because the trade's still valid. Think of blackjack, especially when you go to play blackjack. If you're playing at one of those machines where it's like 8 other people at the machine or 5 other people at the machine, I think there's a good chance the machine knows exactly what they're doing, and the machine is generally going to throw it in a place where it's going to cause the majority of the people to lose. Most of the money should go towards the house on a periodic basis, to some degree, on an average. Price is not doing it. If we were to get this, if this candle is to be a bearish, then we should probably close. But we still have some upper levels that we can clear as well. 15 minutes still has 7 minutes left. Can still do a lot of damage there. 30 minutes as well. Where is this bullish? I need it in the front and in the back end. And then I'm gonna put another lap in. I can't do no pleasing. Don't let the police in. Price is pushing. That's what we wanted to see. The fib level still works nicely. The 161 gave us this nice setup, and we'll probably see it go towards the target. It's really what I'm still here for. I want to close this out on stream. I want to now see this fib play out. We have a minute left before the 5-minute closes. Another spike. We still have 5 minutes on that 15. Close it back in. So let's see how things play out. I think I need another coffee. I don't know. This trade is taking a little minute. Let's give it its 4 minutes for this candle close. Price is being unable to break above that level to show that the momentum has basically changed from its push down to its new momentum upwards. But this trade would already be bring to break even. To be honest, I can set it to break even because we came back above the 1 level right there. So I could, from entry to this, put our stop break even, or just above break even. Normally cover about 3 pips. Huh? What? No cooperation from price. There's a minute left. Close bullish. Price is being very bullish. Inconsistently, I'll add.
Something happened.
Inconsistently, as I said. Slowly, but surely. Let's delete this. We got too much going on. But this level was part of this resistance. This black line just shows the structure. I could delete these and just put, it just shows how much pips we have left. And we have what, 26 pips to cover? We have 26, a little more than that, but we're into lunchtime now. Price is trickling up the way we want it to, but just we
She say I'm the right one. I just might fight one.
but yeah, we need to have price move. We need some movement in the price so that we can close out this position. We need about 30 pips. Candlesticks are pretty small. I'm not getting a lot of momentum. Not getting a lot of momentum at all. But that can change, especially as we near the end of the day. Look at us peeling into some now. I think we can close this soon, to be honest. But I've been saying that, and looks like we haven't been able to close. So hopefully we can get in that and have this go our way. And enough stalling with this shit. Need about 25 points. 25 points is going to close this shit off. We consider this a win. And can have this for the books. We can just see the whole Fibonacci sequence play out. That's what I want to get here. Having the whole fib play out would be perfect. Clearly set up from the other time frame. But even if we did this one as well, 127 level, looking to go up to the negative 161 and call it a win. Fuck. Fuck. You failed to. Well, all of my hard work got cut in two. But so many scams these days. Tell me about a package that's been dropped off to my house. We are on the 5-minute time frame. Price. We're getting some bulls coming back up. I know that was a dangerous candle. This last 4-hour candle where price dropped all the way damn near, well, not bad. Not as bad. Because that's where I just updated my stop to. This level. Covered 39. We're currently up. What is this? 85? Can we have price move? We have the same name. Price is moving. This is not bad. It's moving ever so slowly. Ever so slowly. We need like what? 22 pips? We just need some volatility. No volatility is not going to push this anywhere. We need volatility in this market. We could see if news is coming out. But I don't judge volatility based on news because there's all too many times news comes out and there's no volatility. Volatility is more based on money rather than news. Price is just having a hard time at this one resistance area. But we need a little bit more pips. We're at 92. And we need this to go to 14.8. Volatility. This is what we're looking for. We need what? 20 more pips? So we can close this shit out. That fib is playing out so nicely right now. Normally I would just use it from a higher time frame, so the process would take a little bit lower. If you go through the pictures that I send in the Discord, you'll see the fib get placed, and so you'll see entries. And I posted a video not too long ago where we took a 5-minute trade or a 1-minute trade on UJ, and that one just because I caught it happening, and the EA actually took it, and I was there. So I'm just like, boom, let's catch this. Let's see exactly how it performs. And so you see it going up, the stop loss trails itself, and it ends up coming down to the stop loss. And I think we made, I don't remember how much we made on that position, but it ended up being a profitable position. I think we had a stop loss about 2 pips or 1 to 2 pips, something like that. And it probably covered for us about 3R, 4R. But at least this is moving now. We're back towards the high. These are the highs of the days, I'm pretty sure. GU basically at the high of the day at 12:30 p.m. As long as we hit negative 0.27, we know that overall move has been accomplished with the trend. So this is the previous high. As long as we get a little bit above that, trend has continued no matter how much it pulls back. And from there, we are looking for this higher level to get hit out. But yeah, we need that volatility to keep coming through. No volatility, no movement. stream is 2 hours and 30 minutes long, but if we at least hit the target, it would have been worth it. It gives you more context, and you see the actual process, the Fibonacci, the management, all of that stuff. So, context clues. So, I said there were those two areas that we had to battle through, right? Area 1 and Area 2, which we're basically going through now and dealing with all of this. Got to see what price decides to do. But yeah, at this point, we would have our stop loss. I could bring the stop loss right up here. That would take a little bit of time, but yeah, I would bring the stop loss up right up here, because now that we're back in these areas, I don't see us breaking through these lows again unless the trend is going to the downside. Like we actually just reject this and then make our way back down. In that case, totally want to be out. But given the Fibonacci setup, we should keep going a little higher. And these are ultimately the extreme areas. These act as the extreme areas on the opposite side of the spectrum. So there's always extremes to both sides, always. So these are extreme 1 and extreme 2. I think the fib that I originally had was this for this 1 minute time frame. Extreme 1 and extreme 2. And then you have extreme 1 and extreme 2 to the upside. And so we generally look to take price from extreme to extreme, extreme to extreme. But you don't necessarily have to. You can always get out from extreme back to the high in this case, or low in the case of a downtrend. But this is one we could take. And now that we're above the 50, stop loss would get moved here, right above this level. That way, any retracement that we have that's really deep, we at least have that position we took here secured. And all the other positions are secured as well. We might make the close. We might make the close. We're 4 minutes into this. We're pushing again. That's nice. We were so close before. And honestly, this whole area is take profit area. I'm just being me and maximizing my target, because price should still form an extreme of this area. Should, doesn't have to. But this whole area is stop loss area. So I know within this area there's going to be a bunch of the setup for what is to come after. So we have one push into it and we get a rejection, and then generally we'll be able to see that next extreme and come back down. Whether it comes back down here or down here to test this old area before going back up, but this area would set up for the new structure coming along. I just don't know if we can catch this trade all the way on stream. Played all these. Yeah, we're basically back at the day highs. We're about 10 pips off of the day high, so back in that range. The day ends in what, 4.5 hours? So I'd like to hit our target by then. And 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I must exit regardless. Must start looking for my exit. We're moving. We're moving. About 15 pips to go. 15 will hit target. Let's go. These next 5 years, my man, AI is gonna do the sweep. If you don't already know how to make some money online, or you don't know how to create something, brother, you're gonna be cooked. You have to learn how to do trading, because AI is gonna come for the trading as well. And I mean, you could wait 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years before the AI can really make you money for the average person, or you can jump that curve and get started today, because the sweep is happening. One of the biggest and greatest sweeps I'll ever see in my lifetime. But yeah, the greatest sweep it's supposed to be ever. The AI revolution is supposed to be way bigger than the industrial revolution and all the others prior. AI is not only faster, it's heavier. It does more, quicker, and everything. So we are 7 pips from the day high. And we just need to go up a little more. A little more for this to be completed. We have 15 pips to cover. 1 hour has 20 minutes left. This is a beautiful setup. Beautiful. So, even though I did say it was stalling, you can see evidently how price trickled its way up. We only had 2 red candles, one more recently within the last 15 minutes, and then 4 candles after our rejection of our level. So price did it slowly, but it made its way up. I can't believe I smoked 3 of those. And this is all I got. This is all I did. But yeah, we're back at the highs 6 pips from. We're gonna make it. This Fibonacci technique is the best. Hands down, the best. But it takes a bunch of things to understand. Like I said, we have male and female principles being represented in the market at all times, and it's important to know what is being demonstrated before you enter the market. Are we creating opportunities at this moment, or are we paying opportunities out? So yeah, we're entering back into this tougher area. We'll see how price deals with it this time. But given our method, we should have enough momentum to break past these barriers. At least hit this one. This is the target we would love. At least hit this one. This is the target we would love. So I don't know how long price is going to take to get this job done. It's just a waiting game. You wait, you wait, you wait, and things subtly move. We have some areas that we could go down to. Obviously, we wouldn't want that. But we do have like this area. Oof. These 2 areas. And we do have some areas down here as well. We're building up the downside liquidity. And so I don't want this resistance to hold. But yeah, we do have these areas. We'll see ultimately how price deals with them. If we can just get price continuing up. If there's enough momentum for it. But if we could break above this level, this 0 level, then I could move my stop loss above the 0.5 level. Only if the market's gonna go show respect to our levels. So far, so good. But look at this as well. This is an opposing view. Let's see how price deals with this. This candle here should not be broken. Breaking this, I can exit. Like, this is still a valid area for price to dip to and try to go back up. But I'm tired of this trade now. Tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. A lot of these songs are doubled. Just need that volatility, the liquidity to keep market flowing. You can even see on this time frame as well. So swing low to swing high with the Fibonacci 127 level interacted with. Just so coincidentally, it's also in line with this. And like I say, always watch out for those big push candles, especially like one like this, because we have all this area in between and the candles like to touch each other. And so to touch this one, price would have to return down to this area, in which it did, and price is going up. So this is the same setup we just took, but on a lower time, not on a lower time frame. This is a setup obviously with less candles within its range, within its measurement. But we're not going to go over 15 minutes more, because I'm going to end this and then I'll just close the trade if we can't get out at our target. But we're pushing though. Damn right. So hopefully this can go and hit our target and we can call this done and go on to something else.
Swing that. Fell one time, but I'm still up. He ain't budge, I think he's stuck.
Live for the sun. Price needs 14 pips to go. We're at the high of the day. We have a little bit more to go. Our target is the max resistance for the last. This is a 4-hour resistance. And we're already within the resistance range. We marked up these two areas. We're about halfway between the range, to be honest. But the top of the range is only 14 pips from where we are. Slightly higher. Let's go. This fib play is on point. This fib play is super on point. Ever since we hit our area, it's been nothing but bullish structure. Steel beam, steel, you know what I mean? We're trailing up. We're at 0.5 right now. 0.05. We need to make 10 pips. We can clear 10 pips. We're out of this trade. And we're done. Only a little to go. And we've got 10 minutes left for the stream. So either we hit this in 10 minutes. Or it is what it is. But we're 2 pips off of the day high right now. Two pips off of the high of the day. So we'll see if we can end up hitting those off. What else do we have? We have this. We're still trickling up. We have like 9 or 8 pips left to cover. Seven. Let's go. We're at day highs right now. So this is the high of the day. This is the high of the day that we're at now, and we just need a few more to close out on this trade. We already heard this one too. We have a few pips left. We're in the 10 pip range area. 5, 7, 5 and 3. About 8 left. So Let's see this get hit. The Fibonacci hit target 1. That's the negative 0.27. So we're just looking for a little more momentum and push the higher levels. Intergalactic, I like this one.
Yeah, I'm the slime minister.
Are we gonna make it? I'm trying to get this done within 6 minutes. We're at the day high. We have a little more to go. If we do have these areas we can come back into as well. Down here. Oh. So we're back in this level. We rejected the day high. 2 candle rejection so far. We still have room to move back up. We can still come back down to this level. Let's see how the market plans to play it. But we still have our target up there. Yeah, so these are the last restraint levels in which the market should find in being able to pull us back up. We'll see if we get the respect, if we don't. But that is the fib complete. One o'clock. It's the end of the hour. It's the end of the hour. It's 1 o'clock. Candle started off bullish. We're still respecting our zones. We should still be able to have our target hit. It really shouldn't even be an issue. But we did have a slight rejection of the day high. And so we still have 15 pips to conquer here. But as I said, these fib areas are very sensitive areas. Very sensitive areas. You can see the correlation between this and the high, and the correlation between the negative 0.61% and the range high over there on the far left. Can we make it up here? We heard this too. We got 14 pips to conquer. We came, what, 7 pips from the target twice? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's what it does. It wants you out of the market. But we're coming so close. We just hit 3 hours on the stream. Some of the tracks, you can tell by me changing the volume, they're different. Like volumes. We got 12 pips to go. Can we take it? Can we take it? This 5 minutes still gonna close bullish. The 1 minute is a deciding factor, not really. Got a doji, 2 doji 15-minute candles. Do you see the ridiculousness? Sensitive level. Very sensitive level. Nonetheless, we have our targets. So, should keep the targets in mind and play the game as it's meant to be played. The volatility would be amazing, but we don't have it. It's not a constant. think we're going to let's see how low it chooses to go here. It should reverse. It should, if it respects these levels, then we should continue towards the target. If we're gonna get no respect of these levels, we might as well just close it. But yeah, we can have this trade finalized, to be honest. We'll just have to close it on the master. And it'll close. I think that's all. That's the whole vault between those two people. Got some hard shit in this. This was like one of the first ones I ever recorded. It was hard as hell. I think I'm at the end of this. Okay, so we're gonna get out of this trade. Yeah, we can close that. We'll take that, and there is the update. That's the update on the trade. You can see it's no longer there. It says $0. So that's how that ends up. You can see we're basically at a key level there for the negative 1.061, and you can see we closed out on almost 10% there. Price is still going to go up, but I want to have this closed for the stream, and we're still going to make it to the top. If not by the end of the day, then we must just get out of the market, because I wouldn't hold and then deal with the spread thing at 5 o'clock and all that. So that is how this trade goes. Let me clear up the charts for a little. Yeah, doji, triple cross. I'm out of this. I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Do trade safe.